Good morning, little legends. We're excited for you to welcome you into our service. I'm Alisha.
Isaac again.
What's wrong with you, Isaac?
I'm stressed out.
You're stressed out. Why are you stressed out?
I can't go to my places.
What favorite places?
Chuck E. Cheese, Whataburger, and McDonald's and the water slide place.
Oh, man. He's bummed out, stressed out because he can't go to his favorite places. Well, Isaac, I have a lesson just for you, okay? So here in a moment, I want you all to stand up with me. Come on, stand up and let's worship God. Do your best and worship Him with your hands raised, doing the motions just like you would back in class. And let's enjoy our first song.
I know a place where we can go to lay the troubles down, meeting your soul. I know a place where mercy flows. Take the stains, make you whiter than snow. Like a tide, it is rising up deep inside a current that moves and makes you come alive. Living water that brings the dead to life. We're going down to the river, down to the river, down to the river to pray. Let's get washed by the water, and rise up in amazing grace. Let's go down, down, down to the river. You will leave change. Let's go down, down, down to the river. I've seen it move in my own life. Took me from dusty roads into paradise. All of my dirt, all of my shame, drowned in the streams that have made me born again. Like a tide, it is rising up deep inside a current that moves and makes you come alive. Living water that brings the dead to life. We're going down to the river, down to the river, down to the river to pray. Let's get washed by the water, and rise up in amazing grace. Let's go down, down, down to the river. You will leave change. Let's go down, down, down to the river. Same. Let's go down. Let's go down. Let's go down. We're going down to the river, down to the river, down to the river to pray. Let's get washed by the water, and rise up in amazing grace. Let's go down, down, down to the river. You
Hey everybody, welcome back to our series, The Lord is My Shepherd. We're studying every single verse of Psalm 23. You remember what we've learned so far, right? The Lord is my shepherd. I have all that I need. Well, we continue on with verse 2, and that says, He lets me rest in green meadows. He leads me beside peaceful streams. In the wild, sheep would do a lot of wandering if they didn't have a shepherd. The shepherd leads them to peaceful places so they're not walking around stressing out about what they would eat or what they would drink. You're probably wondering what in the world this has to do with us, huh? Life is full of stress. We have tests, homework, sports, friendships, all kinds of pressure that can really get us upset. And if we aren't following our Good Shepherd closely, it can really start to stress us out. Anytime you're running around stressing out, that's a good time for you to ask yourself, are you following your Good Shepherd closely? If you stay close to the Good Shepherd, you don't have to stress out. Remember, He leads you where you need to go, and He takes care of your needs. If you find yourself stressed out, there's only one place for you to go, and that's God's presence. It's in His presence that we find the peace that we need. Jesus said, "Come to me, all of you who are weary and carry heavy burdens, and I will give you rest." Matthew 11:28. Just like the shepherd leads the sheep to peaceful streams, God leads us to places of peace when we're stressed out. That place is in His presence. When you stay close to the Good Shepherd, He will always give you peace during stressful times. And that's exactly what you're going to learn about in your lesson today. You're going to learn from the story of Mary and Martha that the very place that you need to come when you're stressed out is the presence of God, the Good Shepherd. So get ready to learn some amazing stuff as you declare, "The Lord is my shepherd." See you later.
What's up?
What's up?
What's up?
Oh yeah, what's up everybody? It's me, the SKI to the double TLES, Skittles in the hizzy, and I'm ready to tell you what's up. Today, we are talking about resting in God. So every time somebody asks you what's up, you tell them, I won't be stressed because God gives me rest. Sometimes life can get pretty crazy and we can get really stressed out. But when you follow the Good Shepherd, He leads you to places of perfect peace. Peaceful. That's why it's so important that we stay close to the Good Shepherd. In His presence, we find peace, baby. So anytime somebody asks you what's up, you tell them, I won't be stressed because God gives me rest. And that's what's up. I got a rainbow of flavor and I'm living for the Savior. Skittles out, baby, yeah.
That is awesome. What's up? I won't be stressed because God gives me rest. Today in our story, we're going to talk about the Good Shepherd and how He leads His sheep into peace, not stress. In the book of Luke, chapter 10, we find two sisters who were good friends with Jesus, Mary, Martha, and their brother Lazarus. Found out that Jesus was coming to visit them. They were so excited for Him to visit. When Jesus arrived, they were so excited to welcome Him. Martha started rushing around, real busy, trying to get everything ready to cook and clean and prepare for Jesus. She was doing so much and moving so fast, she was stressed out big time. After a while, Martha started noticing that Mary was nowhere to be found. She looked and looked and looked and looked for Mary, but she wasn't around. She was so upset. Then she noticed Mary. Mary was in the living room with Jesus. She was in the living room with Jesus. How could she do this? Martha was not happy. While she had been stressing out, taking care of all the details, Mary was just sitting with Jesus. Martha ran into the living room and said to Jesus, "Lord, isn't it unfair that Mary is with you while I am taking care of everything?" Jesus said something very interesting back to her. He basically said, "Martha, you have to understand something. Mary is exactly where she needs to be. With me. Instead of stressing out and worrying over all the little details, you should be right here with me." Jesus was explaining to Martha a very important truth. It is the same truth that we find in Matthew 11:28. Jesus says, "Come to me, all of you who are weary and carry heavy burdens." Do you think that describes the way Martha was feeling? I do. I think it was the way that she was feeling. It really doesn't just end like that. The entire verse finishes to say, "Come to me, all of you who are weary and heavy burdened, and I will give you rest." Today we're going to learn about how we can trust God, the Good Shepherd, to lead us to places of rest when we are stressed out about the troubles in life. Now let's take a look at my friend, and she's going to let us know about the power verse.
Shauna the sheep shearer. I am like a hairdresser except for sheep. I am here to teach you today's power verse. Now the power verse today is, "He lets me rest in green meadows. He leads me beside peaceful streams." Psalm 23:2. Well, hot dog, what an absolutely fabulous verse. But you know what? I could use some help saying it. How about the girls stand up and say it with me? Are you ready? Go ahead and stand up, girls. On the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. He lets me rest in green meadows. He leads me beside peaceful streams. Psalm 23:2. All right, girls, you did a wonderful job. Now you can sit down, and I want all the boys to stand up, and let's see if you can say it even louder. Are you ready, boys? 1, 2, 3. He lets me rest in green meadows. He leads me beside peaceful streams. Psalm 23:2. All right, great job. You can sit down. You know, the other day I was cutting this sheep's wool, and I totally messed up. I was shaving his head, and the shaver got too close, and I just shaved a huge bald spot right on the top of his head, and I was so worried. I just knew that when his owner came in, he was going to be so mad at me, and I was just totally worried and stressed out. And then I stopped, and I remembered my power verse, and I stopped, and I just prayed, and I said, "God, give me peace in this moment." And do you know what? He did. God gave me peace. And when the owner came back in, do you know that he was not even mad? He actually liked that sheep's haircut. He said it looked like a reverse mohawk. Who knew? So I want you guys to know that you can have peace and you don't have to be stressed. That's why we're learning this verse today. So I want everyone to stand up, and we're going to say it again together. Are you ready? On the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. He lets me rest in green meadows. He leads me beside peaceful streams. Psalm 23:2. Great job, everybody. Go ahead and sit down. Sit down. You know, I have another sheep coming in just a few minutes for one of my world famous sheep hairdos. So I'm going to have to catch you next time. But don't forget, if you don't remember the power verse, that would be bad. I'll see you next time.
She did did a great job explaining that power verse. Isaac is here with me again, and he is going to help me with the power verse. So I want you all to help with me, all right? I want you to start off by standing on one foot. We're going to say this memory verse standing on one foot, okay? He lets me rest in green meadows. He leads me beside peaceful streams. Psalms 23:2. All right, everybody. He got them mixed up. All right, now we're going to do it in a silly voice. Everybody, prepare your silly voices. All right? You got them in your head, what you're going to say? All right. He lets me rest in green meadows.
Let me rest in green shadows.
In green meadows.
And green meadows.
He leads me beside peaceful streams.
He leads me aside peaceful streams.
Psalms 23:2.
Psalms 23:2.
All right. Now I want you all out there to sit down. Isaac's gonna stand up here with me, and then we're gonna say it one last time, okay? He lets me rest in green meadows.
He lets me rest in green meadows.
He leads me beside peaceful streams.
He leads me aside peaceful streams.
Psalms 23:2.
Psalm 23:2.
All right, Isaac, go have a seat. Good job to him and good job to you out there. That is awesome. Resting in God. Life is hard, especially right now. There's so many things that we want to do. Some of us want to go back to school. Some of us want to enjoy hanging out with our friends, but we can't do any of this. And some of this stresses us out, right, kids? There are so many things that people have that build up and have pressure on them. Some of them may have pressure to be the best. Some kids face that stress every single day. How many of you have ever felt really stressed out when you're about to take a test? I know I have felt stressed out when I had to take a test. You wonder if you're going to make a good grade or not. If your parents are going to be pleased with that grade or they're not. How many of us have ever felt stressed out when we play a sport? Some of us play sports and we get stressed out about maybe trying to kick the soccer ball the right way or get the basketball in the hoop. Some of us may feel stressed out about that. But sometimes we all get stressed out. How about when you're giving a report in front of the class or have to pray in front of your friends or family? It can be a stressful time, or maybe even singing in a concert can be stressful. Jesus said life is full of stress. Jesus said in John 16:33, "Here on earth you may have many trials and sorrows." This means that we're going to have many things in life that are going to stress us out. But God gives us peace. Often just going through life and doing all those things we have to do, school, tests, sports, reports, they can get weighed upon us. Do you know what stress is? It's feeling like there is so much to do and so many things that we have to get right. And that pressure on us just crushes down. I've got a thing back here and a cutting board and an orange. And this is going to be an example right here of the stress that we can go through. Okay? So I've got this plate. And sometimes when life gets us and we get so stressed out, you can kind of see right here, life just crushes us. See? Let me lift it up just a little bit. And the orange just kind of squished and crushed everywhere. And that can be stress. Pretending that this orange is you and you're feeling stressed out. It's almost as life is just crushing down upon you. There are so many things that we can do and so much pressure that you can feel being crushed. Some of you know exactly what I'm talking about. You deal with stress all the time at school and at home. What happens when you are stressed out? You get angry easy. You complain more. And most of the time, you are just so tired. It's a lot like Martha and how she felt in our Bible story today. She was so focused on all the stuff that needed to be done and got stressed out that she forgot that God is the good shepherd. If you follow God closely, you don't have to be stressed out about all those things of this life. Why? Because the good shepherd takes care of all of my needs. In the second verse of Psalms 23 that we are learning today, it says, He lets me rest in green meadows, and He leads me beside peaceful streams. You see, when sheep are hungry, shepherds lead them to green pastures. You see, when sheep are thirsty, He takes them to the streams. Sheep don't have to stress out and be afraid because they know that God will take care of everything. The good shepherd will take care of all of their needs. And they just have to rely on that shepherd to lead and to guide them where they need to go. God is our good shepherd, and He will do the same for us. He will lead us to where we don't need anything. He will provide everything. So there is no need to stress in this time. There's no need to worry because God will take care of everything, all of our needs. Sometimes we forget this, don't we? We start chasing after all of the stuff we have to do, and we let life stress us out. Martha certainly allowed this to happen in her life. When this happens, the only thing to do is, when I'm stressed out, I will come to Jesus for rest. Did you notice the last part of Psalms 23:2? It says, He leads me beside peaceful streams. When we are stressed out with the troubles of this life, the Good Shepherd will lead us to places of rest. Matthew 11:28 says, Come to me, all who are heavy burdened, all who are weary and carry heavy burdens, and I will give you rest. If you come to the Good Shepherd, He will give you rest. He can give you peace that you need to make it through the stresses of your life. So today, many of you are stressed. You have been feeling like this orange that has just been crushed. You may feel like Martha, worried about all the things that you want to do that you can't do right now. Well, today we're going to do exactly what the power verse says. We are going to come to the Good Shepherd and spend time in His presence and allow Him to bring us peace. So I want you all right now, if you could just stand up with me. Come on, stand up. Yeah, good job. Stand up with me, and I want you to close your eyes and bow your head. And we're just going to take a moment and let God's peace just consume our lives, okay? Jesus, we thank you, God, that you are a God that brings peace in a time of confusion. God, we thank you that you will lead us and guide us and give us everything that we need. God, everything that we may need in this time or maybe struggling with, God, we know that you can provide this peace, this comfort. You can provide protection for us. You can provide food and anything that we need. So, God, right now I pray for all of the students and maybe the parents who may be stressed out, that you would just come into their living rooms, come into their bedrooms, come into their cars if they're listening to this in their car. And God, that you would just bring your almighty peace and that your comfort would overwhelm them. God, and that you would calm them, because right now we are going through such a difficult time. We so want to get back to our normal day lives, God. And we just pray that you will give us peace and comfort, and that you would just calm us, and that you would just calm our fears and our worries, God. that you have everything in your hands and you have everything in control. And we trust you, Jesus. And we thank you for this day, and we thank you for this time that we get to be with our friends over social media and our family and spend time in your word. We love you so much, Jesus. Amen. Brain drain. All right. I asked Isaac up here to hang out with me. All right, Isaac, what's up? Gotta stop being stressed out? I need a vacation or I won't be stressed because God gives me rest.
I don't be stressed till God's giving me rest.
Woo! Good job. All right, our next question is, what is the name of the girl teaching us the power verse? Sharona, Sherry, or Shauna? Oh, Shauna, Sherry, or Carol? I'm sorry.
Shauna.
Shauna, good job. All right, number 3 is, who was the sisters in our Bible story? Laverne and Shirley, Mary and Martha, or Miles and Otis?
Mary and Martha.
Mary and Martha. Good job out there, kids. I am so proud of you. All right. Who was Mary and Martha's brother? Was it Lazarus? Was it Matthew? Or was it Nicodemus?
Lazarus.
Lazarus, right? Isaac knows a song that talks about Lazarus come forth. Which sister was running around and stressing out? Mary or Martha?
Mary.
Which sister was running around stressed out? Mary or Martha?
Martha.
Martha. Good job. Good job out there, kids. Give yourselves a pat on the back. Where was Mary the whole time? In the kitchen, at the neighbor's house, or spending time with Jesus?
Spending time with Jesus.
All right. That was number 6. We're going to go to number 7. According to our lesson today, life is full of people, life is full of stress, or life is full of happiness.
Life is full of stress.
Life is full of stress. Good job. Ding, 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 ding. You win. All right. According to our lesson today, the Good Shepherd takes care of my needs, his sheep, or every person.
Every person.
All right. According to the Good Shepherd takes care of my needs. I'm sorry, Isaac, you missed that one. All right. According to our lesson today, when I am stressed out, I will come to school for rest, I will come to God for rest, or I will go to McDonald's for rest.
I will go for
School for rest, God for rest, or McDonald's for rest?
God for
God for rest. Yes. Good job. We'll go to Jesus. Where was our power verse found? Jason, this one's for you because I know how much you love these ones. Where was our power verse found? Psalms 23:2, Proverbs 1:1, or Psalms 166?
Psalms 166.
No, I'm sorry. It's Psalms 23:2. Good job, everybody. I am so proud of you. I miss you all so very much. And I just wanted to say that we love you. Bye.